We have seven papers, seven presentation today. Let's welcome our first presenter, Diana.
Hi, good afternoon, doctor. Can you hear my voice?
Where are you?
I hear.
Oh, I can.
All right, okay. So I'm sharing the slide right now, yeah?
Sure, yes, please.
All right, so can you see my slide, doctor?
Yes, I can.
All right,
Everyone,
okay.
yeah.
So can I start?
Yes, please. You
All
have
right, thank
10
you.
minutes.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Happy Eid Mubarak. I'm Diana Suziana binti Muhammad Sham from Academy of Language Studies, University Technology Mara Shah Alam. So it is a pleasure to be here today to share my study. So I would like to walk you through into my study entitled Evaluating Telegram Chatbots for Vocabulary Learning in ESL and EFL context. Actually, this project was made possible through the academic initiative grant awarded by my own faculty, Academy of Language Studies. So this particular grant is actually to encourage innovation among the lecturers. So before I am here to present on this particular study, I have sent this study for an innovation in February, and somehow we won a gold medal, Alhamdulillah. So let's walk through my study. All right. So the motivation behind this research stem for a long standing challenge in ESL and EFL classroom, which is vocabulary retention. So most of the vocabulary teaching before was taught via rote memorization as well as what does it call text book based learning. So basically, from a study reported by Roshada As and Apoko 2023, learners often struggle to retain new vocabulary, and traditional method have proven to be ineffective and disengaging. So from the study as well, Shah et al. As well as Yusuf, we somehow sought to explore a more engaging and interactive approach by leveraging technology. So in this case, a Telegram bot, a Telegram chatbot named Ladkrabang is used, right, to uh, see the effectiveness of teaching vocabulary to the students of University Technology Mara as well as Universitas Dinamika Indonesia. So the aim of this study. All right. So basically, so this is my Lexi board. I have somehow created this Lexi board via Telegram chat bot, and I've sent for innovation in February. All right. So this is basically our chat bot. Okay, so the aim of this study is actually to investigate the effectiveness of Telegram bot in vocabulary acquisition among ESL and EFL learners. Specifically, we focus on three objectives to assess learner engagement, all right, and then to measure vocabulary retention. And the third one is actually to analyze user experience with the tool, I mean the Lexibot itself. Um, our research somehow grounded in previous literature which showing that Telegram chatbot provide personalized instant feedback, all right, by John 2021, are accessible on various devices 24/7, and then it can somehow enhance vocabulary learning. Most of Generation Z nowadays, they do not like to get read into slide whatsoever. They need something, they need alternative to the slide. So we can somehow teach them via slide, but we need to also provide them with something they love so much, which is technology. So yes, in class I use the slide to teach them, but I provide them with the alternative, which is the chatbot, with the Telegram chatbot called Lexibot, which they can somehow obtain the information wherever they are 24/7. All right. Um, okay. So the methodology, this was a cross-sectional study. I chose this because we aim to collect data from multiple learners at a single point in time to understand their current experience using the chatbot. The total number of this particular study is 49, 22 from UiTM and 27 from Universitas Dinamika Indonesia. While the number is relatively small, the finding offer important insight into chatbot integration in different educational setting. And we use, and this particular study is actually a pilot study, all right, to see whether this chatbot is effective to be used as one of the curriculum in the future for UiTM and Universitas Dinamika Indonesia. All right, so we use both surveys and interviews for data collection, and the primary tool was LexiBot, a chatbot designed to teach vocabulary using contextual clues. Contextual clues is actually one of the strategy to teach vocabulary in English. Contextual clues is, when we use contextual clues, we ask the students to guess the meaning, of the unfamiliar words from the surrounding words of that particular unfamiliar word. So this is one of the strategy for vocabulary learning. All right. So these are the detailed finding from the study. So I've got two key finding under survey and one key finding under interview. All right, let's take a look at the key finding that I've got from the survey. The first one is usability. So 95% of UiTM students and 91% of Universitas Dinamika student found LexiBot easy to use. However, 18% from UiTM and 22% from Undika, Universitas Dinamika, face connectivity issues, especially during peak usage hours. Definitely, we have problem as well with technology, but the student need to make sure that they have a what does it call? A good internet connection at that time to search for the chatbot. All right. And then the second one on effectiveness, LexiBot help learners understand vocabulary better in context. 81.5% of Undika students agreed it improved their understanding, while 59.1% of UiTM students found it very helpful. So it shows that this LexiBot help them to learn better, all right, and they can understand on how to use the contextual clues. There are 5 types of contextual clues, all right. For example, synonym, antonym, and then they need to imply the ideas from what they have learned, all right. They have passage to ask them, they have passage for them to read, and they can guess the meaning after they have gone through the LexiBot. All right, so we move to engagement with LexiBot. This one is actually the information I obtained from the interview that I've done with the students. There was a clear difference in how students engage with the tool. UiTM students use LexiBot more independently and incorporated it into their study routines. They appreciated the structure but requested more advanced features like quizzes. This is happened because most of English is the lingua franca in UiTM, but for Undika, in contrast, Universitas Dinamika, students use it mainly when instructed to and lack the motivation to explore it themselves, because English is not the lingua franca in Indonesia. They mostly learn English when needed. All right, so let's take a look at the discussion. Okay, so chatbot like LexiBot somehow show great promise. They boost motivation of the students. Like I mentioned previously, Generation Z, they love to use technology. And when they somehow get into the LexiBot, they told me that they love LexiBot so much because it helped them when they need to obtain new information, whatever they are. All right, and then it can enhance vocabulary retention. Like I mentioned previously, most of the time when they need to look for the information, most of the strategies from the traditional method use rote memorization as well as text-based learning. But this chatbot somehow give them new insight on how they can learn vocabulary. And then number three, offer personalized learning. But definitely there's still room for improvement, especially in ensuring emotional and social connection with users. So I've learned from my student, I might need to use a lot of prompts because they have a lot of ideas. If we do not have enough prompt, they could not get into the specific information they needed. All right. Okay, so the conclusion and implication from this LexibOard, I can say that LexibOard somehow proven to be an effective supplementary tool for vocabulary learning in both ESL and EFL contexts, while we acknowledge the small sample size, the high engagement and positive feedback validate the chatbot potential. Actually, this study is actually it is intended to inform the redesign, right? The redesign of ELC 501, a core English course in UITM, focusing on reading, vocabulary, and academic skills. With this study, we are exploring the integration of Telegram chatbot like LexibOard into ELC 501 as a teaching and learning tool to enhance vocabulary retention through contextual clues. And in Undika, in Research Dinamika, we teach us contextual clues within their English proficiency course. So this parallel open up exciting avenues for cross institutional collaboration, and we believe that it can somehow exchange the best practices between UITM and Universitas Dinamika Indonesia. All right, so these are the recommendation.
Time is
Yes.
up. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
The time is up.
Oh, all right, all right. Okay, so
Yeah.
these are the recommendation for my study. So yeah, I open question to the floor. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much. That's
No problem.
one very interesting
Thank
research.
you. Thank you so much.
Is there any question for Diana? Any question? Diana, I have a question for
Yes,
you.
please,
I
Doctor.
found it very interesting. With your Box, do you think it would apply? It would be compatible and to be used on courses such as an accounting course?
Yes, yes. One of my friends
Yeah.
is actually from account faculty.
Yeah.
However, they might need a lot of pictures inserted in that chat box because there are formulas to be taught, Doctor. But
Picture.
yes, there are pictures because they involve formula and then they involve calculation. So basically, we need a lot of pictures, we need a lot of videos to make sure that the student could understand step by step, the teaching and learning activity.
Okay. Because I was thinking it would be great because I'm an accountant, so I teach mainly postgraduate accounting courses. So I thought it would be very good because this is obviously a very new,
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
initiative. Like I don't think at my uni that we have used any things such as the Lexibox to we haven't incorporated that in our courses.
Yeah. Maybe if you need our help, you can contact me later.
Oh yes, thank you so very much for the offer. Is there any other question for Diana? If there's no question, thank you so very
Thank you
much.
so
That's
much, Doctor.
very
Thank you so
interesting. I loved
much.
it. Thank you. Can we please welcome our second presenter, Dr. Ashani.
Hello, Dr. Lim.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Let me just share my
Sure.
screen.
When you are ready.
All right.
So I'll let you know when like we halfway through, say 5 minutes to go, I'll let you know. Okay, thank you. When you are ready. Oh.
Okay. I can start now?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Assalamualaikum and very good evening to the chair and also to all the participants today. So I'll be presenting our study. So myself as the main author, as well as my other colleagues and friends like Elina Husini, Fadi Arabi, and Dr. Shabos. Okay. So the title of the study I'll be sharing today is Visual Privacy Factors Influencing Usage of Spaces for Urban Housing. So the study is focusing on housing and architectural design of urban housing in Malaysia, basically. Okay. All right. So to set the background and as an introduction, the study looks at visual privacy as a core cultural value in Malay housing. So privacy is central to traditional Malay housing design. It's deeply rooted to cultural and religious norms, especially in shaping spatial organization to protect modesty and uphold social expectations. So that is something that is very important from back then until today. But for urban housing today, there's tension between traditional values and modern housing trends. Urbanization and modern housing models often neglect traditional values such as modesty and community intimacy. So this shift may disrupt the established norms and reduce alignment with the Malay cultural expectations. All right, so what does that mean is that there's implications of inadequate privacy on the well-being and housing satisfaction. A lack of visual privacy can lead to behavioral stress and dissatisfaction, prompting occupants to adapt or abandon key cultural practices. So addressing residents' cultural needs is essential and important for sustainable, livable housing. Right. So the issue that this study focused on is that based on existing literature, indicates there's a gap in understanding the evolving housing needs today and the perceptions of urban Malay communities. So past studies have emphasized that addressing occupants' needs is crucial for ensuring housing satisfaction. But there is very little study done on what is the expectation and the usage of the area itself for urban housing today. So the research aim, therefore, is to examine the impact of visual privacy on the use of core spaces in urban terrace housing designed for Malay Muslim families in Malaysia. So why the study focus on on terrace housing? Because it's one of the most popular housing type in Malaysia. It houses the masses of the population. And so that's why the study decided to focus on terrace housing for this study. Okay. So this is for the literature review for the study. So it focused on a few themes. So the first one being the concept and function of visual privacy of the home for the Muslim Malay families. Second is visual exposure and visual access as factors affecting visual privacy of a home. So looking at what are the factors affecting visual privacy. And then thirdly is to focus down into terrace housing in Malaysia itself and looking at how privacy is one of the main factor influencing housing satisfaction. Okay, and then lastly is the exterior elements of the terrace house itself. So specifically, if I can just read through this, exterior design play a crucial role in maintaining privacy in terrace housing, where features like fences, tinted glass, and strategic landscape can impact on can reduce visual intrusion. Okay, so that is for the literature review. All right, so into the research methodology. This study employs a sequential mixed method approach. So it consists of quantitative and qualitative. So for the quantitative, it uses questionnaire survey. And for the qualitative, we use in-depth interview and also space syntax analysis. So firstly for the quantitative, for the questionnaire survey, the sample size is 451 sample, and the first phase involved a questionnaire survey from respondents from the Selangor state area in Malaysia. So it's we focus on Bandar Seri Putra and Bandar Baru Bangi in Selangor because they are the population is made up mostly of the Malay Muslim population, and the development of terrace housing are mostly made up of there's a large population of terrace housing there. So these locations were chosen for their high terrace housing development and also examples of location in Malaysia that have a majority of Malay Muslim population. So the survey is pre-tested for reliability, provided quantifiable insight into the privacy perceptions. And then random sampling, minimize bias, and ethical approval ensure respondent confidentiality and voluntary participation.
We have 5 minutes to go.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the second method is more qualitative, which is case study, which uses in-depth interview and space syntax analysis. So from the total 451 sample that we got for the survey, 10 participants were chosen based on their voluntary participation, and their homes coded A1 and A1 to A5, B1 to B5 were selected based on survey responses to provide rich case study. So 10 case studies that is very looked at in depth. So we did in-depth interviews conducted in natural settings, allowed for open discussion, reducing response bias, and then using observational methods such as photo documentation, sketching, captured housing in their conditions ethically. And then we also use that AcE software, which is a space syntax analysis software, to assess visual exposure and privacy level for objective spatial analysis. And the integration between the two methods, which is mixed method, qualitative and quantitative methods, along with ethical safeguard, ensure credible and well-substantiated findings on visual privacy in terrace housing. Okay, so there's images of aerial view of the two towns that are selected, which is Bandar Seri Putra and Bandar Perwangi in Selangor. All right. So for the findings, first of all, for the first research objective, which is to analyze current trends in space usage among Malay family terrace housing, so looking at the perception of the occupants, the area and activity affected. So the findings highlight occupant, this is one of the main findings that quite surprising to us, is that occupants rarely use or occupy the following areas, which is the porch, parking space, entrance area, and balcony. Although their response says that they want to use this more. So this aligns with the findings which show that activities carried out in this location, such as hanging their clothes to dry, standing in the main entrance doorway, and gardening are most impacted by lack of visual privacy. So this points to a shift in social behavior when maintaining visual privacy takes precedence over fostering neighborly interactions. This growing trend underscores the significant impact that visual privacy concerns have on daily life, influencing both spatial usage and social engagement within residential environments. So secondly, looking at visual privacy factors which influence the use of spaces and household activities. So this is one example of the diagram of the space syntax analysis. So this image shows example to the gray area on here, which is on the plan here, indicates penetration of visual field radiated at 360 degrees from selected eye level height of 1.6 meters. So this analysis showed that terrace houses constructed between 2000 to 2015 that the AcE-Bs field extended into adjacent housing boundaries and also penetrated private living areas within neighboring homes. So this basically means that there are significant concerns regarding privacy in modern terrace housing design. Okay. So the conclusion for the study is that this finding emphasized the need for culturally responsive design solutions, particularly at the home's perimeter to improve both usability and occupant satisfaction. The current trends of house modification, such as the use of ventilation blocks, louvered panel, underscore the demand for architectural elements that enhance privacy while maintaining airflow and natural lighting. So future innovations in terrace house design, such as a configured layout, improved facade treatments, strategic landscaping, and the thoughtful redesign of semi-outdoor spaces are very essential to ensure that all areas of the home can be used efficiently while respecting the privacy needs of the Muslim Malay families. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you so much. Right.
Thank you so very much. Very good timing there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does anyone have any question for Dr. Azhani? Everyone is very quiet.
Yes.
Is it because this is the last session?
Exceptionally quiet.
I don't have any question for you. I find one of your findings very interesting about the use of the porch.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that.
True. Because you know that the terrace house itself, the size is the built-up area is very small, so you would expect that the people would utilize it as much as they want, but to have the finding that people rarely use it, majority of the sample strongly indicate that they rarely use these bases, mean that there must be something substantially wrong somewhere that we can improve in the design. Yes.
This is a bit out topic. I have a question about
Okay, yeah, sure.
bathroom because I have had these questions for a long time.
Okay.
Is shower screen not a common thing to consider for bathroom in Malaysia? Because I mean I'm from Kuching originally.
Okay.
Every time I go home, I still see, like bathroom, no matter how beautiful they are, there's like lack of use of shower screen.
Yes, yes. I think the more recent trend
Yeah.
Currently already include shower screens, but the since back the previous, like the older version of the housing in Malaysia rarely have any screens, like it's very open plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shower is like part of the bathroom itself, and yeah, but currently the more recent trends like have embraced the shower screen, so it's more like private, and the wet and dry area are more separated. Yeah.
Now I still see lots, even newly built houses on the market, like there's yeah. Anyway, thank you so very much.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
thank you for answering my
Most
question.
welcome.
Thank you. Let's welcome our third presenter, Xu Jiaming.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. Welcome.
Hello,
Welcome.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So when you're ready,
Yeah, hang on, please. I'll share my
the
screen.
slides. Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay, can you see it?
Yes, yes, I can. So you may start when you're ready. You have 10 minutes and I'll let you know when we're halfway through, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now I want to talk about a fascinating transformative topic, the impact of new media technologies on narrative and audience perception in contemporary drama. As we navigate through this presentation, we'll explore how cutting-edge technologies are reshaping the way stories are told and experienced on stage. In this digital age, the landscape of drama is undergoing a profound transformation. Traditional theatrical experiences are being enriched and redefined by the integration of new media technologies, creating new narrative forms and altering audience perception. Let's move on to the literature review. The literature review summarizes research on new media technology in contemporary drama, highlighting their creative potential and impact on audience experience. Key areas include the definition of motion capture, visual reality, and augmented reality, and the condition of using of interactive narrative in contemporary drama. In terms of audience interaction, through social media, network interface, app innovative participation to redefine the relationship between the audience and actors, plot. Finally, is the use of new media technology for practitioners' opportunities and challenges. To address these questions, we've set clear research objectives. First, we want to know what other new media technology currently be using in the creation and performance of selected dramas. How new media technologies influence audience perception and interpretation during a dramatic production. And perhaps most importantly, What are the challenges and opportunities associated with integrating these technologies into contemporary drama? To tackle these questions, we have developed a robust research framework. As you can see, underlies our approach. We are using a mixed methods design, combining qualitative and quantitative data analysis. This allows us to gain a comprehensive understanding of complex relationship between new media technologies, contemporary theater, and audience engagement. When it comes to sample selection, we've taken great care to ensure representativeness. Our study includes directors, playwrights, production staff, actors, and the audience. We've chosen participants with diverse creative experiences and a focus on interactive narratives. In this way, we can capture a wide range of perspectives and insights. In the data collection phase, we've employed both quantitative and quantitative methods. In the quantitative phase, we conducted an in-depth, semi-structured interview with 15 to 20 theater practitioners. We also analyzed 3 to 5 contemporary theater productions, representing various genres, styles, and production sets. In the quantitative phase, we designed a questionnaire survey targeting theater practitioners and audiences, aiming for minimum sample size of 100. Let's take a look at findings. Our quantitative analysis revealed several key themes. Theater practitioners highlighted the impact of technologies like digital projection, social media platforms, motion capture, and interactive media. A significant majority, 80%, agreed that these technologies improved the quality of performance. Similarly, 78% believed they increased audience engagement. However, 78% also pointed to increase the complexity, and 88% mentioned the need for technology skill. From the audience perspective, let's examine a few case studies. In The Tempest, the use of VR and digital projection technology combined with motion capture created an immersive experience that enhanced both visual and emotional impact. In No Sleep, audience and actors' interactions through a mobile application allows the audience to influence the narrative direction. And in Dear Angelica, VR technology combined with hand-drawn animation deepened the audience emotional connection with characters. Our quantitative analysis of audience response revealed some interesting findings. A large majority, 85.5%, found new media technology attractive or very attractive. However, 37% reported some confusion or stress. These results highlight the potential of new media technologies to enhance comprehension and improve performance memory, but also need to carefully consider their integration to avoid overwhelming the audience. Let's move on to the discussion. Even though the integration of new media technology has a significant impact on audience experience, creating more immersive and interactive theatrical encounters. However, practitioners face numerous challenges, including technical complexity, skill requirements, and the need for new creative approaches. Despite these challenges, the opportunities for innovation and enhanced storytelling are substantial. So, what does it mean of the future of theater? The application of new media technologies like VR and AR had a profound impact on audience, turning them from passive observers to active participants. However, we also noted differences in audience response based on demographic factors, with younger audience more likely to embrace this technology enthusiastically. For practitioners, the challenges are real, but so are the opportunities. High implementation cost, steep learning curves, and potential technical glitches during the performances are significant barriers. However, these technologies also offering existing opportunities for innovation, interdisciplinary collaboration, and expanded creative horizons. They have a potential to engage new audience and redefine traditional theater conventions. In conclusion, our research highlights the transformative power of new media technologies in contemporary drama. While they bring challenges, they also offer immense potential to enhance the theatrical experience for both practitioners and audiences. As we move forward, it's crucial to carefully consider how to integrate these technologies to minimize their benefits and minimize their challenges. For those interested in diving deeper into the topic, our research draws a variety of sources, including work by Adelaide, Brigger, Broadhurst, and many others who have explored the intersection of technology and performance. They have found so many significant insights to motivate our will to do this study. This is my whole presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jiaming, for the presentation.
Thank you.
I'm going to open this to the floor to see if anyone has any question. Jiaming, can you briefly talk about the limitation of this research, please? Can you share with us?
Limitation.
Mm.
In my slide, I don't describe the limitation. But in this rapid age, the technique is changing fast. So I can only do in 5 years, and include the 3 to 5 selected drama.
So you cannot go beyond that.
Yeah, at the beginning of my research, there's no AR in the world, and in this time, the AR has come to us.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Yes, that's a valid point.
That's a limitation. I
Yeah.
can only focus in 5 years study.
Okay. Thank you very much. If there's no
Thank you.
question, thank you. Let's welcome the next presenter, Associate Professor Yinan Xuan.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello,
Good
welcome.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
New slide now. Sorry.
No, yes.
Okay.
And can you also turn on your camera, your video,
My
because
camera.
yeah, your video, because we can't see you. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Finally. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When you are ready,
Yeah. I'm ready now.
you may start. Thank you very
Good morning,
much.
afternoon, chairperson and the following researchers. Hello, everyone. I'm extremely delighted to participate in the 13 Asian Conference on Environment and Behaviour Studies held in Bangkok. In the previous series, we have greatly benefited from a series of highly inspiring discussions and research finding of the high standard. Today, I am also eager to contribute my part to this academic event. Next, I will explore with you the research on the employability and career success of fresh graduates in boundaryless Korea environment. Now, let me introduce myself. I'm Xuan Yinan from China and begin to my presentation. This study will be comprehensively expanded through 5 key aspects. First, the introduction section, I will introduce the research background to elucidate with the study of the most important in the current practical context. Next comes to the literature review. By reviewing previous research, we established the theoretical foundation for the research methodology employed in this study. The third, for the research method, the third part is methodology. Here, I will detail the research design, data collection, and analytical tools used. This part is crucial for validating the reliability and validity of our research efforts. Subsequently, is the finding section. The outcomes of this study will be presented. Finally, research finding and explore these implications. Okay, the introduction of the first section of the chapter 1, I will present the turnover rates of fresh graduates within half a year from 2021 to 2024 through this chart. This light blue bar, colored bar, represents the data from for 2024 with a turnover rate 33%. In this year, fresh graduates changed jobs 1.7 times on average per year. The data for 2023 is presented by the yellow bar with a turnover rate of 22%. The dark blue bar corresponds to 2022 with a turnover rate about 19%. As can we see, this data, Chinese fresh graduates changed the job 1.7 times on average in their first year in the job market. However, it should be noted that frequent job transitions do not necessarily lend to high-quality career development. On the contrary, this may trigger a series of problems such as a decrease in career identity, skill fragmentation. This start really on the social cognitive career theory to establish its theoretical framework. This theory was first proposed by Badula, which emphasized the impact of learning experience on self-efficiency. In turn, self-efficiency shapes career intention and choices, ultimately influencing the career success. Within this theoretical framework, employability can be regarded as a manifestation of learning experience, interacting and influencing self-efficiency, career intentions and choices further shape career behaviors and ultimately determine career success. In another word, employability serves as a connecting mechanism through self-efficiency to shape behavioral performance and career development, forming a dual pathway mechanism with both direct and indirect effects.
You
Based
have 5
on the
minutes to go.
above the theoretical analysis, this study hypothesis that Korea self-efficiency plays a partial mediating role in the relationship between employability and career success. This study was carried out at a comprehensive university in Hebei Province, China, which has 13 secondary colleges. A stratified random sampling method was used to conduct an online questionnaire survey among 1,000 freed graduates who graduated in June 2024. These graduates actively sought employment within 1 year after graduation and all received at least one job offer. Some of them experienced multiple career transitions, which following demonstrated the high mobility of the job market. In terms of data collection, this study adopts mature skills. Specifically, the graduate employability scale was used to evaluate employability, covering 4 dimensions, including human capital, social capital, career identity, and personal adaptability, which a total of 39 items. The graduate career success scale was used to assess career success with 11 items in the total. The graduate self-efficiency scale of 10 items. This following tables measures the reliability and validity of each scale. This study used adopted and smart PL to conduct descriptive process. Path coefficient was applied to analyze the degree of association among latent variables, and the coefficient of determination and cross-validated redundancy and effect size was applied to comprehensively evaluate the predictive accuracy. In this study, career self-efficiency was set an mediating variable, and the bootstrap method was adopted to calculate the relevant data. The proportion of mediation effect, VAF, was used to measure the strength of the mediating effect. The analyzed results indicates that the 4 dimensions employability, namely personal adaptability, career identity, human capital, and social capital, has a significantly positive correlation with career success. Among them, social capital has a strong taste, the impact on career success. Meanwhile, career self-efficiency playing a partial mediating role in the relationship between employability and career success, and this finding strongly supports the original hypothesis proposed in this study. These results of the study are are consistent with existing research, confirming the concept of the
Sorry.
employability as
Sorry, the time is up. It's over 10 minutes.
sorry,
Sorry, so we
potential.
got to stop. Yeah.
Conferring the concept of the employability of career potential, and
Okay.
supporting the social cognitive career theory. It reveals a dual path mechanism through which employability directly and indirectly influences career success by self-efficiency. This rediscovery of this mechanism not only broadens the theoretical understanding of the individual who are new to the workplace, but also deconstructs the different impacts of the 4 dimensions of employability on success. It emphasizes the core role of social capital in the early stages of one's career and highlights value of social capital as a resource in a dynamic occupational environment. That's all for my presentation. Your valuable suggestions are sincerely welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank
We're
you so
over
much.
time. Sorry. Does anyone have any question?
Yes, I have question. I'm
Yes,
Xing
please.
Li. Okay. The research mentioned that the social capital had a significant impact on career success among the dimension of employability. Then, in actually career development, how can we help fresh graduates better accumulate and utilize the social capital? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. I think for fresh graduates, there are several ways to calculate social capital. First, during their time in the university, they can encourage to actively participate in various club activities, such as academic activity and academic conference. I think this activity, which activity can to expand their network of contacts. The other universities can also organize the activities to promote the connection between the new and the old alumni, the student, or more between the student, allowing the fresh graduates to access more informations and opportunities through the students' resources. For instance, when study who has needed to find a job and seek help or cooperations at the appropriate times, they can ask people in their network for internal opportunities and career advice. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for your question.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Can we so that's all from us. Thank you very much, Ina. And let's welcome the next presenter, Professor Dr. Siti Munira Yassin.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Can you see my camera?
Yes.
Okay, let me share my slide. Yes.
Yinan, can you please close the, yeah, thank you very much.
Start now?
Yes, yes, you may,
Okay.
when you're ready. You ready?
All right. Okay, ready.
Sure. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Warm greeting to the session chairperson, Dr. Mei Lim, and esteemed presenters. I'm Farah Azaira Abdul Halim, and I'm pleased to present our research on workplace exposure and impact of service and financial loss due to infectious disease history. The study was conducted on behalf of our lead author, Prof. Dr. Siti Munira Yassin. Okay. So let's begin by understanding the background of the study. So infectious disease have consistently shown to cause severe economic consequences. For instance, the SARS outbreak led to the loss of 3 million jobs in tourism sector alone. Workplace infection reduced employee productivity and increased financial strain on businesses. So this disruption ultimately led to significant economic losses. Not only that, many workers face income loss or even job termination due to the extended absence caused by infectious disease. So in Malaysia's situation, the financial burden of infectious disease is substantial. The country has spent around $88.9 million on dengue management alone. So given these challenges, our objective is to investigate the impact of COVID-19 on workplace exposure, business demand, and financial losses during the pandemic. So let's now turn the literature review. And in terms of workplace exposure and health risks, workplace in healthcare, service, manufacturing sectors are particularly vulnerable to the infectious disease. Such exposure not only increase the risk of illness, but are also linked to mental health problems such as stress and also anxiety. In terms of impact on productivity and business operation, absenteeism caused by illness reduced productivity and increased operational costs, while workforce reduction can result in service delay and even business shutdown. On the positive side, or in terms of workplace policies and mitigation strategies, implementing policies like paid sick leave and remote work have been shown to reduce both disease transmission and financial losses. Conversely, a lack of preventive measure worsen the overall economic impact. Now let's go through the methodology used in this study. So we conducted a survey using a self-administered questionnaire that focused on 3 domains: socio-demographic, workplace exposure, and also impact on service and financial loss. The first domain collected data on demographic, job type, smoking habit, and disease history. The second domain included multiple choice question, open-ended and list-based question on the exposures that present at the workplace, while the third domain examined the job status, saving, employer response, and pay policies during the COVID-19 pandemic. So in total, 373 workers participated in this study, and the data was analyzed using the SPSS. Descriptive statistics were used to summarize variables, while inferential analysis such as logistic regression were used to identify key factors influencing workplace exposure and infection risk. So moving on to the finding, in terms of workers' distribution, 75.6% were blue-collar workers, while 24.4% were white-collar workers. So the most commonly reported workplace hazard were noise and dust compared to the other workplace hazard, such as ergonomic, noise, mold, and infectious disease exposure. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, 342 individuals continued working full day as required, and other small percentage were on full day leave, working from home, or experience reduced pay. So regarding on the financial support, the majority of workers stated that their company provides salary continuation, self-insured disability support, and assistance in obtaining compensation. For COVID-19 policies, 243 workers received full pay during work absence due to COVID-19 exposure. Similarly, 225 were fully compensated when they contracted COVID-19 themselves. Meanwhile, 257 workers received full pay when caring for an ill family member. So key findings show that workers who had access to paid sick leave were significantly less likely to have infectious disease history. So in contrast, those who received no pay when caring for a sick family members were 11 times more likely to have a history of infectious disease. For workplace hazard, exposure to vibration was linked to a lower infection risk, while exposure like noise, dust, and chemicals show no significant correlation. So for discussion, Human Resource Department, NGOs, and government agencies all play critical roles in maintaining worker welfare, especially through compensation and leave policies. Although this study didn't find a strong direct link between pay policy and compensation level, workers who were fully paid were less likely to have an infectious disease history. This may reflect better workplace safety practices among their employers. In Malaysia, government efforts such as the COVID-19 fund and the Prihatin economic stimulus package were essential in easing the financial burden for workers and businesses. So this initiative supported not only the healthcare system but also the economic stability of household companies. So a combined strategy of government aid and responsible employer practice aligned with public health guidelines proved effective in mitigating the workplace impact of the pandemic. So in conclusion, workplace policies like paid sick leave and salary support have reduced financial strain and disease spread. Not only that, government initiatives like I mentioned before, Prihatin and COVID-19 fund help sustain workers and businesses, and tech incentive and financial aid provided relief to affected industry. And we recommend to implement stronger workplace policy with strong pandemic response, financial assistance, and paid sick leave to protect the workers. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I ask you to elaborate on the limitation of this paper?
Oh, for the
This research.
limitation.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, there are around 373 workers that participate in this study, but actually most of them were from manufacturing sector. So I think it's better if we can elaborate and involve more workers from different sectors such as construction, utilities, agriculture, forestry, and fishery, so that we can see another point of view and approach from different sectors. Right.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Is there any other questions from the audience? No other question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Mei
you.
Lim.
Thank you. Let's welcome our next presenter, Dr. Nairan Abdullah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Chairperson, Dr. Mei Lim. I would like to share my slides now.
Yes, please. And then let us know when you're ready.
Okay. Yep. Are you able to see it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So my name is Dr. Nairan Abdullah. Today I will present a study on workers' perception on adherence to occupation and safety health during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I am from the Department of Public Health Medicine, Faculty of Medicine, University Technology Mara in Selangor. So for introduction, we all know that coronavirus COVID-19 is an airborne infectious disease which spread through physical droplets from an infected person, and major outbreaks occurred in workplaces such as hospitals, manufacturing, and prisons. with those thousands affected, including Malaysia, and some were hospitalized and quarantined globally. So Occupational Safety and Health Committee, they are established in most organizations, and this team is responsible for maintaining all the worker safety, health, and welfare. They are the leading player in any disaster management plan in the companies. So in literature review, preparedness for infectious disease outbreak is crucial to reduce the workplace disruption and ensure that employee is safe. But pandemic reveals some gaps in the workplace preparedness, especially in industries which there are a lot of high human interaction. So in Malaysia, essential services such as the healthcare, it complied with the Occupational Safety Health Standard Operating Procedure SOP. However, there in other industries such as the academic institution, there may be some lack of awareness among the staff and the students. There are a few of contributing factors for this lack of preparedness towards the airborne diseases, which include work rotation, staff movement in and out of campuses, and also limited resources that have led to the non-compliance of the SOPs. So what are the impact of infectious disease on workplace dynamics? There'll be a disrupt to work rotation, there'll be a need for remote work or hybrid setting, and reduction of workforce numbers will be some of the steps that employers take to minimize the effect of the disease transmission. The pandemic will also alter the workplace dynamic, and the companies will have to adjust and adapt to the new norm. Moreover, mental health issues will be evident among the workers, and this will cause them stress, anxiety, and burnout. So all these changes in the work setting due to the airborne disease transmission will affect the company's productivity and also the work culture of the employees. So objective of the study was to explore what are the participants' experience and what are their perspective on their perception towards the adherence to occupational safety and health procedures during the COVID-19 pandemic. It is a qualitative study involved groups of stakeholders in the state of Selangor. The participants were workers from company management and involved occupational safety and health officers as well. There were 4 study locations and there were 4 companies, company A, B, C, D, that have been identified because they were classified as essential services. 2 focus group discussion, FGD, were carried out among 10 to 14 respondents. And participants were identified with personalized identification to ensure anonymity. Interviews were recorded with consent from the participant. The audio files were transcribed verbatim in the Malay language as the FGD was conducted in the national language. So confidentiality was assured, the interview process and the interview were transcribed, and only the researcher has the access to the data. So for analysis, thematic analysis was performed. It was qualitative data analysis package R. The selected participants' codes were highlighted and the coding process were conducted, were assigned deductively and inductively. So data validity was ensured for validity through the process of triangulation of the participant codes and reflective notes. This study has been approved by the Research Ethics Committee of UiTM.
We have
this, sorry?
5 minutes to go.
Okay, this table shows the social demographic of respondents. So there are 24 respondents altogether, and the participants consist of many levels of management. So in the results and discussion, there were 4 themes that were churned out from the interview. One is preparedness plan for infectious disease at the workplace. They mentioned that there's a lack of preparedness to control the spread of COVID in the early phase of the pandemic. And also there's a lack of experience in the academic institution in handling the students to control the virus transmission. The second theme is about the implementation and compliance with SOP at the workplace, where some say that it's difficult to control the flow of the students. This is academic because of their involvement in physical activities. And also at the workplace, they have difficulty in controlling the movement of the vendors in the premise. So students' behavior among themselves also during social interaction may lead to faster transmission of the airborne disease. The third theme was the barriers and facilitators of workers' adherence to the OSH guideline law, improper record keeping for airborne and droplet diseases. So parents and the students on the campus, they claimed that the quarantine was as unnecessary because they had the lack of awareness on the disease. And also the one of the barriers is because the mental health issues among the respondents, and this have led to the development of mental health programs online. And the fourth theme are the impact of the infectious disease management at the workplace. So some of the impact will be on the psychological impact, where they have loss of family members due to COVID. There's even due to depression, suicidal attempt, and financial constraint. However, on a positive note, the pandemic has also saved some companies' expenditure on electricity and utilities. So in conclusion, a good preparedness was seen among the big major companies. However, it's not the same for some of the workers from the academic sector. Now, this is due to the lack of awareness of understanding SOP, and this created anxiety. And the work rotation, large number of students, and rapid movement of students were some of the barriers mentioned, barriers that they encounter when enforcing SOP in the academic institution. And also the impact of mental health and environmental implications were reported. So the recommendation will be to prioritize the budget to manage the pandemic that may compromise financial allocation for other essentials. So most of the companies, they reported that their financial will have to go for managing or mitigating the effect of the COVID, and the essential matters, they could not spend money on other matters because most of the budget goes to the management of COVID. And also there's a need for support from the organization, from the OSH committee. There's also a need for health services and mental health awareness among the employees. Facilitating factors will be monitoring the system of workers who have been affected psychologically, those working from home, and also an automated online system for business operation is needed. Moral support from the medical sector and colleagues also during the pandemic must be strengthened. With that, I thank you. And this list of my references.
Thank you very much. Great timing. Is there any question? Do we have any questions? No question from the audience? I don't have any question from you. For you, thank you very much for your presentation. It was very interesting. Okay, now let's move on to our very last presenter, Peepen Ling. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, doctor. Can I now?
Yes, you may, please.
Okay. I'm happy to share my research with everyone. The topic of my my project topic is mapping the revolution of research on low back pay and quality of care. This is a bibliometric analysis. Okay, so first, for the background, as we all know, a lot of people have low back pay. About 80% of people. About 80% of people experience low back pain at some points in their lives. And low back pain is ranked as a leading cause of disability worldwide and burdens healthcare systems with millions of annual visits, causing pain, disability, and reduced quality of life. So for bibliometric analysis, it can provide systematic means of examining trends, identifying key contributors, sensing research hotspots, and evaluating impact to the scientific publications. But no public metric study has mapped low back pain quality of care as now. And so in this study, we will inform the healthcare policies, guide research priorities, and improve care quality. And it can help stakeholders to optimize resource location and interventions and patient outcomes. For the literature review, studies before focus on rehabilitation, multidisciplinary care, and psychological factors in treatment outcomes. And some research is focused on low back pain management, increasing focus on quality and emphasizing like evidence-based guidelines and healthcare efficacy and so on. However, many questions remain unanswered, such as trend in publication volume is what, dominant categories and contributors is what or who, and research hotspots and research trend is what, also unknown. So our research want to resolve these problems. Objectives is to this study objective is to cover key trend, influential categories and countries, impactful research articles and emerging topics, and to establish a deeper understanding of global issues surrounding low back pain and its high quality care. This is my study's methodology. And this study shows about 549 papers from Web of Science and Scopus. And they use sample by about 46 papers were included based on document type, and 230 duplicates were removed. And the final data sets include 290 unique papers and about 80% from Web of Science and 20% from Scopus. With this refined data sets, WoS viewer software and BiblioShiny software were used to analyze in depth, gathering a key trend and insights into low back pain research and its impacts on care quality.
We have
This
5
is
minutes to go.
okay. This is a study flowchart about the findings. First, for the key trend, Web of Science publication rose to 233 by 2023 with stable output, and Scopus with fewer publications. For impact for research articles, according to table 1, there are about 3 common views. First one, disability is predicted by pain duration, quality of life by disability, but pain severity predicts neither. Psychological factors as the key influences on quality of life. And third one, pay intensity, quality of life, disability, and psychological conditions are commonly used evaluation index. And for the influencer category, rehabilitation leads with 54 publications, but declines. H index is 16. According to figure 4, the influencer countries, Turkey leads all countries, but have a decline. Then the US follows. According to the figure 5, hot topics, there are 5 clusters: health and quality of care, chronic pain management, demographic and clinical factors, research methods and determinants, surgical and outcome measures. And for the emerging topics, according to the figure 6, AI-driven rehabilitation, multidisciplinary approaches, personalized medicine approaches, big data, patient-reported outcome measures are emerging topics. About the discussion, websites have a significantly higher publication count than Scopus, indicating its dominance in low back pain-related research dissemination. While rehabilitation remains central to low back pain management, growing interest in alternative treatments may be shifting research focus. And China and South Korea are rapidly imparting their research first by may benefit from more high-quality studies to increase impact. And early research centered on validating low back pain treatment effectiveness, particularly exercise-based therapies and functional restoration programs. Recent research has adopted AI-driven rehabilitation and machine learning-based personalized therapy. The limitation of this study is about it only includes literature from Scopus and websites called databases, which may limit data completeness. Additionally, the focus on English language studies includes relevant research in other languages. For conclusion, this study research hotspots is health and quality life, chronic pain management, demographic and clinical factors, research methods and determinants, surgical outcomes, and the pain duration and psychological factors as key influences on disability and quality of life in low back pain patients. They are the hotspots. For the research retracts, the social determinants of the health, occupational influences, sexual sanitization may predict depleting for low back pain patients, and it evaluates the rehabilitation plans incorporating AI, variable motion sensors, and neural planet-based interventions while integrating traditional rehabilitation with modern digital health strategy to optimize low back pain treatment. And we need to acknowledge the finding from the title of the postgraduate studies at UITM. Thank you very much. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Does anyone have any questions for Piepen? If we don't have any question, I don't have any question for you as well. So that brings us to the end of this session. Is Yusuf around?
Right. Thanks, Mei. It's been a long day.
Yes, I thought so too.
Well, anyway, thank you for
Thank you very much.
time to be with us, and
Thank you for having me again. We had a very good mix of papers and presentation. Yeah.
right. It has always been tough to chair the last session, and as you're aware. Right. Again, thank you very much. Hope to see you in London in August.
Yeah, London sounds
Yeah.
great.
Sounds promising.
Yeah. Are we doing photo?
Oh yes, we are doing photo. Please, all those camera shies, your last chance for today. Hope all of you can join us again tomorrow for the live face-to-face presenters. And it will be a different link from today. We will email to you the new link. Please, cameras, please on, or are they not in? Anyway, thank you very much, Dr. Mei. Bye-bye. See you again.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.